We're making waves and keeping it real. It's Real Talk Rhody with Becca Berger.
Another edition of Real Talk Rhody with Becca Berger. This time, my second time guest, by the way, and hailing from the great state of New Jersey. She is a Bravo expert and a vet. She is Kim D. Hey, Kim D. Thanks for coming back on.
You are very welcome. I loved the first time. I figured, let me try it again.
Of course, of course. Tell me about your friend that's joining you.
My friend. Wait a
your
minute.
dog. The dog.
I was like, wait, I have a lot of them. This is Lila. She has very bad anxiety, so she's sitting on my lap. But I have my chihuahuas playing. If you hear the little growling, it's because they're puppies, so they're all playing with each other.
Or they're watching season 3, episode 1 of Real Housewives of New Jersey.
There you go. There you go.
So, Kim, you're coming to Rhode Island this week on August 27th. We're going to talk about the book signing at Chapel View, My Life with the Big Boys. We're going to talk about all of that and also your podcast, Get Real with Kim D. But I have to know, there are a ton of rumors going on right now. To quote Meredith from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, there's a lot of rumors about Real Housewives of New Jersey. Now, you have the pulse on all of these things when it comes to Jersey and casting. There's a lot out there. So what can you tell us as of now?
What I think I know at this point is Margaret, Melissa, and Dolores are back. And they have 4 new women that they're trying out.
Margaret, Melissa, Real Housewives of Rhode Island star Dolores.
Yes.
Margaret, Melissa, Dolores, and who did you say?
4 new girls, 4 new women.
Okay. So there's a big player missing here. Now, so for what you know, Danielle Cabral, Rachel Fuda, and Jen Fessler are not coming back.
I think because Jen Fessler just got a call a couple of weeks ago to go to BravoCon. I believe she'll be back as a friend because Margaret's coming back. So I think they're going to bring her back as a friend. That's my opinion. That's not something I know.
But that's a pretty good breadcrumb right there. That's a pretty good indication about Fessler if she's going to BravoCon. So Margaret, Melissa, and Dolores. Now, I noticed that there's one very big name missing from the predictions list, Kim D, and that's Teresa. So what do you think her future is with Real Housewives?
If I were to guess, right, and if I were right now sitting in the seat, I would say she's not coming back. But with Housewives, you never know mid-season if things aren't going the way they plan, maybe bring her back. But here's the problem. She doesn't get along with anyone. She's not filming or testing or anything like that. You know, I'm going to say they want to be fresh. They want to be new. They still need to bring some of the original girls back. So I don't know, people are shocked, but the way I'm hearing it doesn't look good.
So you're saying because Teresa's sort of on her own island, and that was pretty evident in the last season that we saw, and that's a big indication or a big reason why she wouldn't be coming back. Yes.
And the fighting with the sister-in-law and the fighting with Margaret. Jen Aydin, definitely not. Definitely not. That was not going to happen. So that was her friend. You know, so, I mean, if you go right down the list, she didn't get along with the Fudas. She didn't get along with the Cabrals. She didn't get along with Margaret. She didn't get along with the Gorgas. You know, I mean, it's tough when there's issues with everyone in the cast. That's what happens.
And to your point, it's not like she has an ally right now, especially if Jen Aydin is not coming back. So your indication about Jen Aydin, you would think because of the controversies with what happened with Jersey Mike's and all of that, or you just don't, you think that her time has passed as a housewife?
No, I think it started with the bloggers and giving the screeners. She was giving the screeners. That she was done then. The Jersey Mike's was just a nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that's a no-no.
I mean? She was done then. She wasn't coming back. So after the Jersey Mike's, they were like, I don't think so,
And have you heard anything about the new people that they are circling around for Jersey?
I heard everybody likes them. I heard so far, whatever they're doing, they like them. That, the other girls like them. So we'll see. I don't know anything about them. because
Yeah,
I don't ask. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to put my friendship or anything on the line.
of
So I
course.
don't ask about them, but I'm sure because people are like, they tell me everything in Jersey. I'm sure I'll get the scoop soon,
Of
but it's not going
course.
to be coming from any of the girls that are filming because I won't ask them.
Well, and you're one of those people just tell you things. You can't
Oh
help
my
it. They're
God.
just they're just in your DMs.
And listen, and things fall in my lap. Like let's say I'll go for lunch and I'll sit across the new housewife. It's bizarre, you know what I mean? Or her best friend or her mother or like you just can't even believe the things that happen in my life. It's wild. It's wild.
You're a magnet. So
Yes.
that leads us to the book, My Life with the Big Boys. First of all, I remember you mentioning this on Real Talk Rhody when you came on with Susanna and Lorianne, and I am obsessed with the title. Tell me about how you landed on the title, My Life with the Big Boys.
Okay. Do you remember Sun Cubana when Joe Gorga and I get into the huge fight? So we're in this huge fight, and his filthy, disgusting mouth. He's screaming, he's yelling, he's calling me all kinds of names. Now, at first, when I walk out, they tell me I have to film outside. I'm like, why? Like, there's cobblestone streets. I'm in 5-inch heels. Blah blah blah. I walk outside and I hear this little lunatic with a cap on screaming and yelling. I'm like, I'm saying to myself, who is this? Why is he screaming and who is he screaming at? So when I realize it's me, I'm like, excuse me. I play with the big boys, and that just came out of my mouth.
Sure.
I never had said that before, ever. Okay. So with that, Bravo gave me my biggest contract because of that fight. And then when it came time to name my book, because that was like such a big um,
It was
quote.
iconic moment. Yeah.
It was an iconic moment when I was dealing with writers. They were like, I love that they saw my story and they're like, my life with the big boys. I'm like, that's it. That's it. Because, people would say to me after that, the people that don't really know, oh, who's the big boys? Oh, who's she talking about? This and that. Well, read the book. You'll find out there aren't any bigger. They just don't come any bigger than the ones that I grew up with and I married and hang out with. And, so it's an interesting read. It's about my childhood. It goes straight through to relationships. So it helps women with relationships, how to get out of certain situations, what not to tolerate. And then after each my chapter comes what I relate to when I was filming The Housewives. So inside stories. And then I give a little clip about what I learned from those situations. And then at the end, it all comes to fruition as to what made me the woman I am today.
Memoir, full circle, that kind of vibe. Like those are the themes.
Exactly. Exactly.
And when you get the deal to make it into a TV or movie project, who's going to play Kim D?
Well, you know what? Listen, I don't know about the younger version, but when I was younger and there was a show called Knots Landing on, everyone would come to me and say, you look just like Nicolette Sheridan. I go, well, I'm a year older than, so she looks like me. So, someone like that, I would want it really honestly from your lips to God's ears. I would like not like maybe an unknown to play childhood, but like someone like her, that was in that kind of industry of like almost like a nighttime soap opera. I think she could play it good because she's very villainous. Like if you remember how she behaved on all the shows, she was a villain and she was snarky. So that's what we would need.
She was on Desperate Housewives, so
That's
it goes back to
right.
the Housewives. It's a
There
full
you go. I forgot about that. See, I have fog brain. Oh
full,
my God, you're right. That's right.
full
I
circle.
love her. I
Mhm.
love her.
I do too. And wait, hold on. There's another connection. She was married to Aaron. What's his name? Denise Richards, now
Yes.
soon to be ex-husband.
And he blackmailed her just like he's blackmailing Denise.
Yeah. Well,
Wow,
see,
that's right. The other
yeah, little bit of
crazy. We
a little
love
bit of a
Nicolette.
pattern with him. But
Yes.
yeah. Hey Kim, what are you watching on Bravo these days?
I'm covering on my podcast, Get Real with Kim D, OC. And the last episode was off the charts because I love when they break the fourth wall. Katie broke the fourth wall with
Yeah.
her husband about the Slade phone call.
Yeah.
And I'm watching Miami. And right now I'm recapping Jersey. So I'm on season 2,
Oh,
episode 3.
I
Yeah.
can't believe I just got the chills. Like, because I've said this a ton on my podcast, how of course, right? The housewives, they have to evolve with the
Yes.
times change, but there's nothing like those early seasons of Real Housewives of New Jersey.
No. And I was on season 2. So I forgot one of the first scenes is Danielle Staub coming with her 2 daughters to Push. And
Mm,
then they show me and Michael at the end when Michael's saying, she's a pig, she's a pig. I don't want her hanging around with her. We're in Caroline's backyard. Then they show my mother, myself, and Kim G at Danielle Staub's luncheon. So I'm all over it. I forgot. You know what I mean? I really forgot. So
so
it's
this
good. It's good
this
recapping.
this rewatch must be such a kick for you. Whatever happened to Kim G?
You know what? She got divorced, right? She disappeared. I
Yeah.
mean, I recently reached out to her because we were not talking. She was mad at certain things I said on the show because I'm a little snarky. And I said,
No.
Kim, let's bury the hatchet. And we did.
Yeah.
So we had said that we're going to meet for lunch. It did not happen yet, but I believe we will definitely meet for lunch or an early dinner. I do believe that.
Get Real with Kim D is the podcast where you
Yeah.
are recapping the current and past Bravo shows. Let
Yes.
me ask you about Miami for a second, because I'm a huge Real Housewives of Miami fan.
Okay.
Why don't you think it gets the ratings respect, quote unquote, that it should? Because that's been kind of part of the conversation the last few weeks.
That's a good question. Barbie, why do you think it doesn't get the ratings that it should?
I think it's underestimated.
It is
Like
underestimated.
people just think Miami and just party and fun. They don't really
Yeah.
associate it with
Yeah, they don't get down and dirty and they're fighting. Do you know what I mean? They fight, but they fight over, Larsa asking Lisa to not follow Marcus. They're
Yeah.
fighting or not rip roaring. I believe this. I believe Stephanie next season is going to bring it, like she's a little spitfire.
She
And
is.
she's a spitfire. And I think maybe next season you're going to see even more snarkiness. They're going to get a little bit more down and dirty. See, when it comes to Jersey, people are like, oh, it's too dark. It's too this. No, it's not. People thrive on that. They
Yeah.
love it. The dirtier, the better. And listen, in OC, they got Tamra. Who's dirtier than Tamra?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who's dirtier? So that's what I'm saying. That's, I think, what they're missing. And I think Stephanie's the missing link. Look, her seat is right next to Andy on the reunion. So we're
I
not done yet.
saw.
Yeah.
And as a newbie, like that's kind of
As a
unheard of.
newbie. Yeah,
Yeah. I think Miami sometimes gets lost in the shuffle.
I
think
do.
it's one of those things, you have your favorites, right? And they had that very long break. So I think sometimes people
Yes.
forget to go back into Miami. But hopefully, like you said, Stephanie comes back. Maybe they
Yeah.
restructure a little bit in their casting. So
Yes.
all right, let's get back to Kim D coming to
Okay.
Cranston, August 27th,
Which
6:30.
is Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh my God. I can't believe
I
it's
know.
already
Imagine that.
Wednesday. I can't. Circe Prime, 6:30 to 8:30. It says Kim D and friends. Who are the friends?
Well, you never know who's going to show up. I'm bringing my friends. I'm bringing my friend Barbie, who's on the show, and
Yep.
Lorraine Pooh, who's on my show. Like they come and go. Barbie and I just did the last Patreon together. Lorraine Pooh comes on here and there. They also are going to help me. Barbie handles all my marketing. She does a lot of producing of the shows. So the two of them are coming. I'm staying at Dolores Catania's house. So if she's in town, she'll probably come.
I love
We'll
this.
see. Listen, we'll see. We'll see. You never know.
And I'm sure Dolores, she keeps up with you, and you keep up with her with all of her comings and goings, because listen, what we're about to see whenever this Real Housewives of Rhode Island premieres, what we're about to see is something that's really never been done before, this much of a crossover. You would agree with that?
I would definitely agree with that.
And I wonder how, because at first when we got the news that Dolores was coming here, it was more like, okay, she's going to do a couple like guest spots here. But now she really seems fully into the fold of this whole experience.
She did. I don't think you're going to see a ton of Dolores.
Okay.
I think it's more cameos.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I try not to discuss it with her, but just my feel for the different conversations and the times that she's been back and forth. I think you're going to see some really cool cameos by Dolores Catania.
And you had some really great advice for these first timers of Real Housewives of Rhode Island when you were on the podcast before.
Yes.
And you said something I think really important, which is don't get lost in the comment section, don't get lost in the drama. And now as they're ending filming in like a month. So
Yes.
what now would be your advice as they go into sort of the downtime, the BravoCon, the wait and see?
I hear that a couple of them are not handling it very well.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't take my advice. Maybe they didn't hear the show. Yeah,
Right.
I heard that, listen, you can really be traumatized by these shows. This is any housewife show is not easy. Okay. That's why I gave them that, that the opinion and my advice, because I've been there, done that. I'm not an emotional person. I don't care what people think or say. I really, truly don't. So I was like, who cares? They could call me whatever they want. Like the more names they call me, the more I loved it, because it gave me a reason to like bring it up and fight back. As a matter of fact, we have a new segment called I Tried to Like Kim D, but I Just Couldn't. And then we put all the negative comments that they put up about me.
You
I
lean
love
in.
it. Yeah, I love it. I love it. So, but some of these girls, they can't handle it. Like they
Yeah.
just can't handle it. And I heard a couple of them are having a rough time. I'd love to be able to talk to them. Maybe they'll come see me. I would love
Yes, I
for
was
them
going
to
to say
come
that.
see me and we can have a little private moment in the side corner of the restaurant.
I think that that's a really good idea. Plus, my whole thing is like you were chosen for a reason. Like this is a really big deal, and it doesn't last for. It could last a
No,
long
take the
time, or
ride. Take the ride.
take the ride. I think that's really good advice. So you're going to have more advice like that in your book, and
Yes.
it's all about your life with the big boys. How can people get the book?
There's two ways. If you'd like a signed copy, you can go on my website, www.poshbykimd.com, and I sign it myself. I package it and I mail it to the person so I have books here. Or if you want an easier way and you don't need it signed, you can go on Amazon. But if you live in Rhode Island and you'd like to come meet me, I have the books there. You can buy them from me. We could take a picture. I'll sign them right there for you. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're looking to have fun Wednesday night. So those are the three ways. Come visit me, Amazon, or if you want a signed book, I actually package it up, sign it, and mail it out.
The book signing is this Wednesday, Circe Prime, 6:30 to 8:30 with Kim D. That is August 27th. And how can people listen to your podcast?
Well, they have to go on Patreon. They download the app, and then it's Get Real with Kim D. Right now, we are charging $10 a month. And also, if you pay for the year, you get 20% off, right, Barbie? That's what we're offering right now.
Kim D, I can't thank you enough for coming back on Real Talk Rhody, and I'm so excited for Rhode Island to welcome you on Wednesday.
I can't wait to be there. Thank you so much, honey. It's such a pleasure doing this with you.